Good evening and welcome. More important than the election of Sonia Gandhi's main man to the Rajya Sabha, Ahmed Patel, and much greater, even greater than the debate over Article 35A in Kashmir, much more important than any of that is the fight back by a gutsy and brave young lady from Chandigarh called Varnika Kundu. Now, Varnika Kundu fought the son of a BJP Haryana chief who stalked and harassed her and chased her in a car, tried to forcibly enter her car and assault her. And what's amazing is the way she fought them back and challenged them before the entire system. Now, it takes courage to take on the ruling establishment, and in this case, this young lady was taking on the establishment both in Haryana and in Delhi, because the establishment in both places is the BJP, and this is the BJP chief's perverted son. The bizarre and shameful thing tonight is that the BJP chief of Haryana and his son are missing. They've gone underground. And they're trying the oldest trick in the book for politicians, that public anger will come down and public memory is short, and tomorrow the media is going to talk about something else and people will move on, and hence Varnika will be denied justice. But ladies and gentlemen, they are wrong and we are right. You and I are right. These politicians are wrong, because we, at least on Republic, will not move away from this till there is justice. And the BJP leader's son, in fact, I think that same BJP chief should also be in jail for protecting his son, because that is complicity. So I request the BJP to consider the kind of shield they are providing him. And we're not going to let go of this story because it's a lie that the CCTV footage can go missing. We're not going to let go of this story because it's immoral to file bailable sections against that perverted son of the BJP chief and let him get away with it. So we will fight. We will fight in the studios, our reporters will fight in Chandigarh and Delhi, and we will fight for Varnika, and we will fight for the family of the man who died stuck in an ambulance in Bulandshahr, and whose only fault was that his ambulance in which he was fighting for his life grazed a BJP leader's car. So the ambulance was stopped for half an hour and the man died there without getting the treatment he deserved. Because, ladies and gentlemen, these are fights worth fighting for, because the fight is for you, ladies and gentlemen, and what is happening is just horrifying. So what I want you to do is I want you to join our fight. I want you to tweet our hashtags. I want you to raise your voice. I want you to raise your voice so loud, ladies and gentlemen, that we see arrests on these cases by tomorrow. Varnika is joining us in some time. We can't let her down, because this is our collective test now. This is the test of the Republic, viewers. This is your test and my test. If you believe in what I'm saying, use that hashtag, I stand in Varnik with Varnika. Tell her that you stand with her, that she's not alone. And of course, debate number 2 today at 10 o'clock. You cannot have a situation where the system colludes to save a Neta's son. I stand with Varnika. That's debate number 1 and 2. And here are the headlines. Top of the week this Monday evening on the debate tonight. Her fight is a rallying point, and she's not alone this time. India comes together to speak in one voice. I stand with Varnika is the chorus tonight.
People like these think that they can just scare women into doing whatever they want. And they need to understand that that's not how it is.
Slandered, attempt to be shamed and maligned by a BJP leader's family, but she's undeterred. Varnika takes the system head on, says you cannot push me into submission. And where is the VVIP pervert hiding tonight? Haryana BJP chief and his son Vikas Barala go underground as nationwide anger grows. Pull him out from wherever he is. Cover-up is confirmed. All CCTV cameras on the route Varnika took that night are suddenly dysfunctional. Who's trying to save Barala? Same state, same story of arrogance. BJP Neta stops ambulance carrying critical patient. Those 30 minutes could have saved his life. And doesn't matter if it's a powerful politician, no one is above the law. Republic declares war against rogue Netas. Join us in our fight. Well, for those who have not been following this, and there'd be very few actually across India who would not have followed what has happened to Varnika Kundu, she's joining me live in fact, she's live with us right now. But before I go across and talk to Varnika, let me just tell you, Varnika is a 29-year-old DJ and producer from Chandigarh. So she's professional, working out of Chandigarh. She's the daughter of an IAS officer. She's young, bold, and fiercely independent. And she is a modern Indian woman. When I read her Facebook post on the 5th of August, I was both shocked and I was horrified. My hands shaking, My back spasming from fear, she said, half in tears, half bewildered, because I didn't know if I'd make it home tonight. That is what she wrote while describing the terror that she went through. And the terror she went through was in the hands of a lumpen who happens to be the son of a top BJP leader and his perverted friends. It has been 3 days since then, and Varnika is fighting back. Not for once did she want her identity concealed. And that's what makes me proud of Varnika. Not for once did she let the slander campaign affect her. Not for once did she give up. So I stand, viewers, with Varnika. Our channel, our network, Republic stands with Varnika. India stands with Varnika because sexual predators, no matter whose sons they are or which party they are associated with, cannot be allowed to get away at any cost. We've seen through the cover-up. We will question the slander campaign. And Varnika is live with me right now. Thank you very much for joining us. And together we'll challenge this disgusting trend that has happened. Varnika, thank you for joining us. I really salute you for everything that you've been through and more for the way in which you've conducted yourself in this phase. Varnika, for those who have not heard or read your Facebook post, which would be very few people, can you tell us briefly, your account of what happened on that night, very briefly, for those who have not seen your post?
Basically, these guys started harassing me in Sector 7, Chandigarh. That was the first time. 5 seconds after I saw their car for the first time, they swerved into me, trying to hit me and get me to stop, or trying to block the road, or just trying to probably intimidate me into stopping. Mm-hmm. From then till Housing Board lights, where they were actually apprehended by the cops, their entire focus was on just getting my car to stop. That was all they did. They blocked the road in front of me twice. Twice the guy in the passenger seat got out and walked towards my car. Once he actually reached the car, tried to open the door. And even before that, that was right before the cops apprehended him. And even before that, the entire way, they would keep trying to block me, and the guy in the passenger seat was sitting with his door, half open, waiting for me to stop for maybe a second or two so he could probably jump out.
Yeah. No, please continue. Please continue, Varnika.
And at Housing Board lights, he got out of the. It was brazen. I think brazen is the best word, because there were people there, there were cars there were two-wheelers there. I could see in the distance the lights of a PCR that was coming towards us. The light was red, so all this traffic was stationary. And despite all of this, they had the gall to actually get out of the car, and that guy actually came and banged on my window and tried to open my door.
Varnika,
in the middle of all of this traffic.
And
that is a few seconds before the cops came.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
And you called the cops? You called them, or they were around?
I called the cops about, I think, 2-3 minutes after these guys, after I saw their car and after they started, I wouldn't say following, but, driving parallel to me. Mm-hmm. And the first time that they actually blocked my car with theirs, they blocked the road. I was trying to turn right, and they went and blocked the road, so I couldn't go ahead.
Yeah.
And that is when the guy in the passenger seat got out, started walking towards me. And I had half a minute, because I knew it would take them a little while to get back in the car and get back behind me. That half a minute is what I used to actually call the police. Yeah. And that was my first thought. The moment they started harassing me, I noted the number of the car down.
Yeah.
And then I called the cops, explained what happened.
Varnika, I find it so amazing. The attempt at cover-up is so bizarre and so obvious. They say they can't find the CCTV footage. Now, you say there are 9 stops. What does the police think the average Indian citizen is? There are 9 stops. So 9 traffic lights you cross, and at each one of them there would be CCTV footage. They say we can't find it. This is incredible. In any case involving a big shot or a big shot son, daughter, family, the CCTV footage always goes missing exactly at the moment of the crime.
Yeah, I mean, we were afraid of this. We were actually afraid because the CCTV footage is binding evidence.
Yeah.
The moment you find the footage of all of those junctions,
Yeah.
there is no way that those guys could possibly escape what's coming to them.
Yeah.
So we had been afraid of this, and of course, my father did express concerns to the Home Department.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this has been a little disappointing. Definitely, the fact that
I mean, disappointing is an understatement here, Varnika.
We don't
I mean,
know the whereabouts of the footage. We don't know if
they
it's
are trying
missing.
to basically remove all the evidence. They want this to be just a case of Varnika Kundu's word against their system. This is the way the system operates. So it's your version, the media is on your side, you know you're right, they know you're right, everybody knows you're right, but they are going to go down a standard route of destroying evidence. I think those policemen should be in jail as well, Varnika. But the other part which was bizarre was that some of the family members of these BJP leaders, by the way, at what time, did you know this is the BJP chief's son? Did you identify him? At what point did you realize that the person who was doing this is the BJP chief's son?
I only found out that he was connected to an influential family after I was done filing the complaint.
Yeah.
Because from when they started doing this to when I finished filing my complaint, my only intention was to get these hooligans what they deserve.
Yeah, absolutely. Now
even after I found out who he is, my intention or agenda hasn't changed.
Yeah, of course it shouldn't. It shouldn't at all. In fact, you should do it even more. You should push your agenda. You don't have an agenda here. You should push your fight for justice even more, because if a BJP chief's son, or whether Congress chief, BJP chief, any political party chief's family member thinks he can get away with it, you know, I worry for what would happen here. But the worst part of what you've been through is that there was an attempt at shaming you. There was a picture that they put out of you with two men, two boys, and you know, posing together for a picture, and then they were passing all kinds of crude comments.